Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being out here on this beautiful, beautiful day to celebrate and to recognize what we're doing in this community. I want to thank everyone who's given their time, their talent, and their energy to bring us to where we are on this day. I'd like to recognize Ms. Lottie Sneed, Ms. Pauline, the entire Darley Park Community Association. Let's give them a big hand. Thank everyone, all of the neighbors who came out today. We appreciate your partnership, and your work here will help further the revitalization of this beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. I've said it before, I'll say it again, we need more partners like you. I'm grateful for you. And to my friend and colleague in the City Council, Mary Pat Clarke, thank you very much for your continued commitment to this community. I'd also like to thank our Housing Commissioner, Paul Graziano, and your Vacants to Value team. Can we give a big hand to our Vacants to Value team? I want to thank the team for working so closely with this community on this plan. For over 2 years, Vacants to Value has been changing the way we confront the challenge of vacant and blighted buildings in Baltimore. The city is challenged with approximately 16,000 vacant buildings just like these. Roughly 75% of those are privately owned. And we gave the Housing Commissioner the directive to do what he needed to do to make a plan that works for Baltimore, and he did. In November 2010, we launched Vacants to Value. It seeks to encourage reinvestment in neighborhoods impacted by blighted properties, and we're grateful for the private investors and developers who are working with us hand in hand to bring new life to these wonderful neighborhoods. It is exciting to celebrate dynamic public-private and non-for-profit investment in Baltimore that's working, and you can see the strength building in our great city. We now have hundreds of homes with strong, committed residents. And you can see blighted blocks that were really a cancer in the community, a black eye for community members who wanted better and were doing better for themselves and had no control over the absentee and irresponsible landlords. You can see the hope and the renewed spirit in these homeowners as they see that we are tearing these down to make way for new investment. And we have, and today, we have come to Darley Park. We have a vision for growing Baltimore by 10,000 families over the next 10 years, and Vacants to Value is going to help me get there. Vacants to Value will help transform Baltimore into a growing rather than a shrinking city, and we can strengthen our neighborhoods block by block, right, Councilwoman Mary Pat Clarke? By tackling vacant homes just like we are doing here. So what is Vacants to Value doing? We are proud to announce just a few of our accomplishments since launching the Vacants to Value in November 2010. We created a web presence to market the city's vacant buildings that allowed us to increase property sales fivefold, from 100 properties sold in 2010 to 524 in fiscal year 2012. In fiscal 2013 to date, 124 properties have been sold, with 95 others pending application. We have issued more than 900 of the $900 citations, thanks to the council, to vacant building owners who have failed to maintain their properties, spurring nearly $47 million in private investment. More than 950 vacant properties have been rehabbed or undergoing rehab. 90% of the city-owned properties in community development clusters have been sold, and we've issued 140 $10,000 home ownership booster program incentives, and 28% of the homeowners are new to the city. I had the pleasure of introducing a new homeowner in my State of the City yesterday, Ms. Destiny Jr., who came from Baltimore County, so I think that's an extra bonus, and she was so proud to be a resident in East Baltimore. Citywide, over 30 acres of vacant land have been turned over to volunteers and community groups to create a wonderful and beautiful green space. This is tremendous progress, we know, but we know we're not done. We're also not alone in the challenge to create stronger communities. On January 1st, 2013, we launched a Clinton Global Initiative America commitment to eliminate 3,000 vacant residential buildings in the city over the next 3 years, by rehabbing 1,500 properties and demolishing an additional 1,500 properties using the tools and the strategies that we've developed in the city's Vacant to Value program. The Clinton Global Initiative America brings together leaders in business, government, and civil society to generate and implement implement commitments to create jobs, stimulate economic growth, foster innovation, and support workforce development in the United States. And this commitment marks a significant expansion of the program, including new ambitious rehabilitation and demolition goals for the initiative, and the addition of new strategic partners to support the city in meeting these goals. And yesterday, in the State of the City address, we announced a new initiative that will go even further. As a part of the 10-year plan, we will significantly increase funding for demolition. With this plan, we can advance a major demolition initiative for vacant homes, tearing down more than 4,000 structures. And my commitment to the commissioner and to the Vacants to Value team is that is the beginning. That is not the end. This plan quadruples local dollars for Vacants to Value demolitions to more than $100 million over the next 10 years, and this investment will be front-loaded with $10 million in city funds combined with another $9 million from the Maryland Attorney General's mortgage settlement. This is going to be a tremendous shot in the arm for communities who have waited for years for blight to be removed from their communities, and it's a part of a bold set of reforms that will help us grow Baltimore, including eliminating the structural deficit and protecting basic services from devastating cuts, making modern investments in civic infrastructure while reducing neighborhood blight, and further cutting the property tax burden on our homeowners. My mother even clapped for that one, Councilwoman.
She was clapping the whole time.
Each of these will help us to retain our strong residents and attract new residents and jobs. And the new 10-year financial plan requires tough trade-offs and major changes in past practices, but it also makes investments that will help us reward the future. We have ambitious goals for Baltimore, but I know, and I know that you know, that we can do it. We have to depend on this collection of cooperation between the community, between our not-for-profit partners, our business partners, everybody, our faith partners, everyone working together toward a vision of a growing Baltimore. Thank you so much for being here.
Ron Porter and her entire team have been very busy, Mayor. We've been out to many of these events. We're planning many more because first of all, we want to get the work done, but second, we want to get the word out to communities across the city that we're here and we're ready to take a bite out of this blight.